There we are. I think that's okay. Right. If we're live and kicking, give us a thumbs up underneath the video here, or type something in the comments, and I know it's working. Now, from my microphone, looks like we've got sound, and looks like we've got some picture, so that's all good. Let's see. Let's give it a second or two. While things update. Any thumbs from anybody? There we are. Yep, seems to be working. Excellent. Evening, David. Marvellous. Right, good. Looks like we're working. Super. That's a bit tight for time. Excuse the scruff. I've been shifting stuff about all day and photographing like crazy, trying to catch up. So yeah, loads of stuff coming the past few days. Evening, Peter. If you've been keeping an eye on the website, it's just all gone in a bit of a funny order because I've just done a database refresh. But anyway, machines, got a few new machines, some fairground stuff, all those fairground models there now all listed. More machines, Superior Naked Lady, don't see those very often. Some puppets, all sorts of stuff, some rare early machines. So yeah, a lot of stuff there to have a look through. So if any questions on any of that lot, let me know. Evening, Paul. Some of it has got down there because some of it I literally uploaded in about past half an hour. You'll see details to follow, which obviously I'll get updated in the next day or two. This is a very nice machine actually. This quad reel, so it's a 4-reeler, all working, lights up, pays out correctly, blah 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 blah. Because it's electric, we had to put the silly disclaimer thing on the bottom, but you know, you can come and see it playing, and plays nicely actually. So I'm shilling that one. 4-reeler, hopper payout, original Aristocrat keys. Yeah, nice machine. Evening, Paul. Did I say that already? Don't know, probably. Can't remember. Yeah, so still stuff coming in. There's still stuff here that hasn't gone on yet. I'm sort of about a day behind-ish, so that's why we need to catch up. And just putting up the drawbridge Sunday night for entries for this sale strictly. So then hopefully that gives me Monday to finish off photographing them and doing the descriptions, etc., and get the catalogue uploaded to Easy Live sort of over either Monday night or Tuesday morning. Thereabouts. That gives it the best part of the week for people to study and see and whatnot. So coming over the weekend, let's put the machines up because I know that's pretty much all you lot are interested in. So there's what we've got so far: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5. So there's 40 machines there at the moment. I think there's 2 or 3 coming in the morning. Alan's dropping some off the carrier. Also to go up over the weekend is the 2 Punch and Judy working models that come with all the model fairground stuff. The Laughing Sailor. What else is a machine wise? There's a Bender, I think. A long thin one, BMR one. Yeah, so we'll be on to getting on for 50 machines, I reckon. There's probably a few more bits and bobs to come Saturday and Sunday. I'm not too sure yet. Loads more fairground stuff to list. There's a whole load of fairground books to go on, including some that don't turn up too often, which I've sort of listed. I've got to photograph those, which will probably be my job when I finish this stream tonight. Photograph those books, get those uploaded. Some circus posters to go on. Some more enamel signs to go on. So yeah, just generally more of everything. So tomorrow I'm aiming to be at the Elephant House about 12ish probably. If you want to meet there for anything, get in touch and let me know. I'm still waiting for my big van to arrive. It still hasn't, which is a pain in the bum. because it now means I've got to unload the big cage off the back of my truck so I can use that at the weekend instead, which is very annoying, but there we are, these things happen. And then Sunday I'm back here in Cambridge again all day, and that is your last chance to get stuff in for this auction. So it looks like it's going to be a good sale. We've got, I say there'll be about, machine wise, there'll be about 50 machines. Advertising wise, there's a few bits. It says another 4 or 5, I think, signs to go on, and some other bits and bobs, sort of smaller bits. You'll notice on the categories, I know they don't show on the video here, but I've added in now 3 new categories. So there's circus, there's some circus posters, and the jacket, a couple of books I think to go on. Archive prices there like the other sections. These have still got to be sorted out a bit yet, so they're a bit muddly at the moment. I just I do a bit now and again. It's not the most important thing in the world. So what I'm going to try and do with, when I get around to it with circusy stuff, is like with machines where we have machine makers or we've got book authors, the circus stuff I'll list an A to Z along the bottom of all the actual shows. So if you're particularly interested in Billy Smart Circus or Jerry Cottle Circus or whatever, then you'll be able to find prices of anything relating to those circuses in due course. So that's something to do in the future. Other sections we added in was magic. Some magic stuff coming. Not sure if there's anything this sale, but there is some coming. There's some magazines, I think, but some more magic stuff coming in due course. We've sold a bit in the past. So again, these categories need a bit of going through and sorting out. If you spot anything obviously completely wrong, just ping me a message, let me know, and I can get onto it. And then the other one was the shop fittings. I think this is all pretty much in one big lump at the minute, waiting to be sorted out. But all that sort of stuff we used to sell, like cash registers, you know, all the lovely fancy cash registers, this sort of stuff. And we'll be doing again if anybody's got any. It's a bit of an odd one. There's nice little sweet shoppy ones. That was a good fancy one. Look at that, lovely bit of kit. Yeah, and these sort of things, the little change things and whatnot. And you know, display stands and cabinets, they all come under shop fittings. I'll rearrange these a bit. We've got a little cabinet in. Again, there's some more cabinets to come. They'll probably come for the next sale. They won't get here in time this time, but sort of cabinets and things were sold in the past, which are good for putting your collectible bits and bobs in, your smaller bits and bobs. So I quite like, actually. Oh, there we are, look, loads of stuff. Some dummies in there, they're obviously in the wrong section. So yeah, again, it needs a bit of a tweak, but we'll get there with that. So those sections should all work for your previous sale results. But I am working on sorting them out. So there we are. So that's that. Over on the new department, we put some new pages up because we've had some machines in that we've not sold before. We've got a Money Mat B in. We sold a Money Mat before, the first one, which was a rounded case, and the Money Mat B comes in a square case. So with one of those in, there's a Kaylee Superior Naked Lady. They don't turn up too often. This is all working. It's on quarters. It will also run on a new 10p. We can do with a proper back door. It's just a bit of, you know, plywood with a lock on it. It hasn't got a proper back door. We can get them from the States. But other than that, yes, nice machine. Nice looking thing. They're not too big either, those Ks. They're quite small. Not too heavy either, which is nice. When you get to my age. Challenger. Now, who made these? Because there's a small version as well. Nobody knows who actually made these Challengers. It's got a badge in for somebody. Sheffers, was it? I can't remember. But I don't think they didn't make them as far as I know. They were made by somebody, but I don't know who. There's a different gold changer. This one by T.O. Blake, bar fitter. So it's a bit different from the L's ones. Well, it's kind of similar. I suspect they copied it. The cups are different. Nice little thing. Bevel glass. Was it Holt on the Challengers? I don't know, it might be. Have we got any machines for Holt? Let's have a look if we've got them down as a maker. Coin up machines. H for Holt. Let's have a look. Holt. Is this Holt? Ah, could be. Super Challenger. They made that one. Super Challenger. I think that actually says Holt on it somewhere from memory. So it's a bit blurry. A British-made Bradley in quotes machine by Holt Manufacturing Co. Yeah, so obviously a copy of the original Bradleys. It made the 30s Challenger. Yeah, I don't know. Could be then, couldn't it? If we look under the well, what do they come under? War machines, coin drop type. There's a narrow Challenger, isn't there? This one, mini Challenger. Which I've got down to Bradley's, but it's not. I think we'll put them down to Holt for now, unless anybody knows any difference. I'll make a note of that. I'll do that in a minute. Challengers Holt. I can't imagine, so presumably as that Holt on the Super Challenger is kind of quoted as being a Bradley quotes machine. I presume they bought the patent or something, whatever. So I guess I wouldn't have thought two companies would have made the same machine. Okay, we'll call that one Holt then. What else have we got in new page wise? Things we didn't have before. This sweet little thing. Don't know what it's called. Don't know who made it, but it's a nice little machine. A bit bigger there for you. So you stick your halfpenny in the side, flick it around the kind of all-in style. So if you actually flip the coin round, get it in the top center one, then you get a token. The two outer ones return it. Return your coin for another go. So it comes out this slot, and the bottom center one is your lost. Very nice oak cabinet, but a dinky little thing. This sort of window in the front here seems to sort of look at the token tube. In the side also, I did a side shot here somewhere. So there's a window down here which shows you the token tube has a slot in it, so you can see, the operator can see the tokens were running low or not. Also interestingly, on the mechanism, you can see here, I've done a close-up, whereas there's a counter. So every time a token is won, it clocks up a counter. Close up of it there. So it couldn't be fiddled by the operator or whatever when it was on site. So yeah, don't know who made it. If anyone's got any ideas, it's the only one I've ever seen. Don't know who made it. Don't know what it's called. So that's quite interesting. And then we've got a pavilion. Again, this is the only one of these particular ones known. It's a bit different from the, we've sold a different version of pavilion before. This one, to flick your penny up. The top cups give you a token that bends out the side for a cigarette. You get a coin down the middle. You'd get a card out the bottom for a cigar, the same as on the Tivoli machines. And then the other two return your penny. It's missing the actual draw casting, though the rest of the thing is there. This thing here underneath the red columns. So the actual draw itself. You see there, the left has got the token mechanism to the left, and then the card mechanism out the front. There's a nice little shell cup to catch the token in, which is quite sweet. But if you look at the Hayden Arrow, the Tivoli, you see it's very, kind of similar. Let's get the Tivoli up. There we go. And it has that same drawer for a cigar. So yeah, kind of similar to a Tivoli, but earlier and rarer. So that's rather nice. I'm sure we sold a different Pavilion. There's a Pavilion, different version of it. It doesn't have the, I can't remember which way around. It doesn't have one or the other on the payouts. Then there's this little Orwin, which we think is a payola with some extra artwork stuck on it by the looks of things. So, but that's not here at the moment. That's still in Leamington. So when I get it back tomorrow, I'll try and have a look and see if I can figure out if the other artwork is underneath the kind of red, white and blue bullseye artwork. It does appear to be a payola. Yeah. Little barrels machines, one of Pete Barson's. Copy of the kind of the Hayden Arrow thing. Yeah, so those new pages went up. What else? There's been loads of updates just as I'm going through the website, but yeah, there we are. So I've been busy. So keep an eye out for more stuff coming over the next day or two. Obviously, there won't be much tomorrow daytime, so I'm driving backwards and forwards to Leamington and loading stuff up on one thing and another. But I'll try and get a bit more loaded tomorrow night. Sunday I'm here all day, Cambridge, but there's people coming, so again, it's a job to get things done in between people dropping stuff off and whatnot. But a full day on it on Monday. We'll hopefully catch up with the last of the stuff that needs photographs and listings and whatnot. So that's the plan. And then Tuesday, get it all uploaded onto Easy Live. Don't panic yet about reserves, because we'll program that in the week, so you can, anybody who needs to set a reserve on anything can do so. The absolute worst, we'll just do it manually this time if I don't get time to do it. I'm trying to do as much so you can do stuff yourself as possible, if that makes sense. Basically programming features that Easy Live themselves don't have, and nor the sale room. We're trying to make something better than is already on the market. There you go. What else do we have in? Some horses, 3 different sizes of carved horses. There's a jigsaw came in, well-sped jigsaw. Always quite popular, aren't they? More puppets. There's sort of a Judy and I don't know what that one's supposed to be. It's not a punch. And then a headless boxer. There we are. Those of you like your wooden-headed puppets. All the fairground stuff, I'd say that's all listed separately. You click on any of them and it will go to the page with details of them all the sizes, etc. They're all the rides are all motorized. I think all bar one has got lights on. I can't remember which one hasn't got lights on now, but it says in the description anyway. Good things, really. All no reserve. They're here to sell whatever they make. So yeah, if you need any details on any more of those, then let me know, or come and have a look at them. The gondolas, the actual on this gondola, there's 2 gondola rides. This particular one, the actual gondola cars are all tin plate, really nicely made. And on both the gondolas, they run around like railway tracks, like the proper gondolas do, pulled round by the spinning frame. So they're pretty well made and very, all scratch built, charming things, really. There's a little truck somewhere. Where's this one? Oh, Duh, I was already on the page, wasn't I? Idiot. Scroll down a bit, see if we can find the truck. Organ, swing boats. Yeah, this truck is all scratch built. Even like the cab was all made out of, you know, someone sat there and bent all the bits of tin up and soldered them all together. Quite impressive, really. Even the chassis underneath, so if I did a picture of it, I wouldn't normally bother with such things. So yeah, and steam engines again, all scratch built. Good stuff. The Punch and Judy's, I know I had pictures of those somewhere, didn't we? Quick ones. I haven't photographed them properly yet. Let me see if I can find those. We found out a little bit more. Yeah, these here. Stop on that. Oops. Back one. Back one. No, hang on, I've lost a picture. Bear with me. What have we done with it? Where's it gone? I just had it. Ah, here we are. Stop. Oh, why won't it stop on that picture? Stop. Okay, I don't understand that. Okay, I won't press stop. Let's see if it stays there. Anyway, this Punch and Judy. So there's one of these in Darren's book. Somebody said I think is made by, I can't remember the name of the people who made the sooty working models. So it lights up, it works. There's no coin slot on it at the minute, it's just the micro switch hanging out the front where the coin slot should be. But click that and it fires up. The puppets move. Then there's two buttons to make Mr. Punch's hand really stick, batter, and Judy does something with the other button. There's music in it, although it's not working. There's an 8-track player, which sort of seems to want to work, and an 8-track cartridge, but I can't get any sound out of it. But anyway, so that's that one. It splits in two, so you could have it just as a countertop. The bottom's just a box. But then the other one, or this one, is basically the same thing, but a lot bigger. Initially, I thought it was just a set of puppets, and that it had been sort of made up to be similar to the actual machine, but on closer inspection it's basically exactly the same, just a lot bigger. The interior stuff in the cabinet, you'll see the kind of quilted gold plasticky stuff is the same, the mirror design is the same, the arrangement of cameras in the top and the two solenoids to make Mr. Punch and Judy do things is the same. As far as I can make out, it was in a cabinet, and it's kind of like all the model has been slid out of the cabinet essentially, and the cabinet lost sometime over the years. We've got the control board, which is exactly the same as in the other one, in the smaller one, although it's not wide in at the minute, but again with the 8-track player and the timer and everything on it, and a big bundle of wires that it would, actually you can see them sticking out the bottom of the picture here, connect to. I just hooked in the lights just to show it. I put some power to the motor and it kind of wants to turn, but it's stiff in the bearings, it needs some oiling, but so I think the motor's probably okay. And again, put some power to the two solenoids, and they were sort of wanting to go but couldn't. It's just been stood for years. So I don't think it'll take much to get it up and running basically. But of course it's electric, so we said it not working, blah 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 blah. But nice set of puppets in it. And it'll make a good thing for somebody, I think. So I'll get some better photographs of those and all the measurements and stuff up on probably Sunday, realistically. Of those, see what else we can find out in the meantime on them. But yeah, I thought it was kind of interesting. So it really needs a proper cabinet. The front you see on this picture has just been made relatively recently by the looks of it. It's just a sheet of MDF cut out to kind of look like the other machine, to look like this. So that is as far as I can make out. I suspect it would have been a cabinet, presumably looking something like that. Whether it was floor staying with the box again like the little one, or whether it was on legs like a Pelham Puppets is. Who knows? But if anyone has any information or knows where there is one or has seen one, got a picture, all info gratefully received, of course. Yeah. So there we are. So anything else I need to tell you today? Let me think. I don't think so. I've also been scratching my head over. I mentioned, oh gosh, probably a couple of months ago now, realistically, when we were looking at a whole load of old archives stuff and pictures of arcades and things, of trying to figure out a way to do a page on the website which would be basically like an interactive map, so you can zoom into a certain area. I don't know, Brighton, say, and then over time we could catch up, collect up images of whatever was there, basically, be it obviously the piers, arcades, the little amusement park on the front, all that kind of stuff. Ultimately, any pages about you know, historical operators of stuff, manufacturers of machines, fairground stuff, or whatever, and all that kind of jazz. And I sort of looked at it. I looked at Google Maps, and that was complicated. And I don't like Google anyway, because they just want to know everything about you. But I think I've now got that sussed. Been looking at some things, looking at some different mapping softwares and ways to program things. So yeah, once this auction's out of the way, I need a break from auctions and apply my poor aching brain to something else. I'll sit down and have a go at that and see if I can bash something out and get it up and running. Because I think that'd be a nice feature, and again, something that just keeps adding on over the years, really. All the manufacturers of anything all had an address, obviously. It'd be interesting to see now what some of those addresses are, you know. What's there now? Is there any hint of where, you know, I don't know, Savages of King's Lynn used to be, or Brian's used to be, where Brian's workshop burnt down, of course, or Aaron's workshops in London, or whatever it may be, you know. People who are local could perhaps, when they've got nothing better to do, go and take a picture of the location as it is now. But more interestingly, with arcades and amusement parks and other permanent attractions, piers, things like Blackpool Tower, whatever, is charting over time how stuff changed. They put together all the photographs. So yeah, something else working on in the background, which I now think I've sussed. So that's good. Right, so there we are. I think that's probably it from me. I need to go and take a load of photographs of books. Any questions, fire away, pronto. Otherwise, I'll finish my tea and go and do some more work. So tomorrow, Elephant House, sort of lunchtime-ish. Get in touch if you want to meet up there, because I won't be hanging about too long. So I should be there for 12. But I want to be off again by 2, really, at the latest, so I can get back and get some stuff, more stuff listed and photographed and whatnot. And then Sunday I'm around all day, Cambridge, so any time really from 9ish until sort of 5ish, really, because I need to stop in time to get ready for Sunday night's video, of course. So just bear that in mind. But Sunday really is it. If stuff is not here by Sunday, it won't go in this auction. You can bring it by all means next week, but it will just go in the next auction. So I've got to draw the line so I can finish off the catalogue and upload it. It's as simple as that. Peter says, interactive map would be an interesting project. Yeah, I think it would be a very interesting project, actually, because there's a ton of information. It's just gathering it all together. So it's one of those huge projects that needs, you know, a bunch of people to contribute to. But there are a lot of addresses of manufacturers and things from old trade literature and stuff like that. plenty of images knocking around, either on the internet or old postcards or whatever. But even a lot of things, I must go all through mine, but like people have snapshots they took on holidays years ago of, you know, whether at the seaside or whatever, or just that kind of thing. Sometimes you accidentally catch something in the background that's interesting, and try and see if we can, you know, track changes in names on, or owners in, amusement arcades and piers and things over the years. So yeah, huge, never-ending project, but it'd be a fun one to start and see where it goes. But also, I think it'd be interesting to see what's kind of on your doorstep that you didn't realise. You might find that you live just down the road from where the machines used to be made, or enamel sign factory used to be, or circus winter quarters used to be, or something, whatever. So if you think of all those thousands and thousands of places potentially there are, more than likely something's going to be near you, isn't it? So yeah, I mean, Leamington, we're at the Elephant House, obviously the Elephant House for starters, but just down the road in Warwick, mile and a half away maybe, was Supercars, made the Dodgem cars and lighthouse slips and things. And I've got somewhere some photographs, some old photographs of Supercar, of the factory yards and things. Which are pretty interesting because the yard was barely big enough to build Dodgem tracks up in. Peter says, keep forgetting to send some info on Kenmare Leisure. Yes, definitely do that. As much info as possible. Kenmare, have we even got them listed? Now, Kenmare Leisure. And what was that? Was a machine... Was it a machine that Paul bought? I think it was, wasn't it? Calling up machines. I don't even know if I got it listed. K for Kenmare. Nope, haven't even got Kenmare listed yet, look, so. Yep, Peter can send me some information on Kenmare Leisure. Paul can send me a picture of his machine. And there'll be a bit more in the history book. It's all good stuff, isn't it? I like it. I think it's fascinating, absolutely fascinating. The beauty of it is you can just keep on constantly updating it forevermore, really. The problem with a book is once you publish a book, that's it. And the information can easily be wrong or missing or whatever. There's nothing you can do about it, really, other than publishing an updated book a year later or whatever. But of course, the website just constantly keep changing it. Like I was saying about those challenges earlier on, well, I don't know who made those. We think it's probably Holt. That seems logical. So I'll put them down for Holt in the meantime, but who knows, we might find a advert or a flyer or something somewhere along the line that says, no, they're not Holt, they were somebody else. So then we just change it. But eventually we get there. The other thing I thought would be nice to do, as I start doing manufacturer pages, the space is kind of in the database to do it, I just haven't really done it. So the idea would be, for instance, let's go to crafts because we're on K and we've got some. So up the top here, under crafts automates, would be a little kind of biography bit about crafts themselves, and then the stuff they made. A little bit of sort of company history. So if there's any pictures we could find of the crafts works or trade stands or anything like that. But also often a lot of machines have the little labels on. The kind of little manufacturer label things. So if any of you got any machines with any of those on, a bit like I showed you that gold changer. I took one here. This is on the inside. These little labels, then we can add them onto the manufacturer page. Something to look out for on machines. And anything else come to that. So if you've got any of those, send them in. Let's just go back to here a minute. Comic machines. What's coming up for sale? There we go. Like that. Paul says I'll send a picture. Oh, brilliant. Thank you very much. Peter says thanks. We've got to take a photo. Peter W said evening. Oh, you're very late to the party tonight, Peter. We won't ask what you've been up to. Probably something rude. But anyway. Yeah. And yes, obviously, like I said on the interactive mappy thing, we'll places like Peter's Arcade and Robert's Arcade and whatnot. Obviously, we'll put them on the map. Again, there is space potentially. Let's see something that is in arcades. There we are, fruit bowls, for example. At the bottom of every information page, be it machine or fairground art or whatever, there is this public display section, which I've still not got around to program, but it was always intended to do that. So when you were looking through the thing, you can see, oh yeah, I can go and, if you want to look at a fruit bowl, I can go and see one of those at Williamson's Arcade or Robert's Arcade or on the pier in Brighton or wherever the hell it might be. And obviously that would then connect into the interactive map thing. So yeah, all good. Peter says, evening Peter, good to see you on the telly the other night. Paul says, yes, enjoyed that. Yeah, it wasn't too bad, was it? Program itself was a bit daft, as they always are, but think of the publicity. So yeah. Yeah, it looked good. And the other one is on, when was the other one on? I think Peter sent me a message with it. If not, I'm sure he'll tell us in a minute. What have I done with the message? Been that busy, I haven't really had time to respond to messages. Unless they were instantly like, was it a WhatsApp? Yeah, it was a link. I've got to look at the link. Ah, there we are. It says 30th of May. There we are then. That's on channel 4. Best of British by the Sea. So look out for that one. Hopefully it'll all bring plenty more punters in. The other thing I need to do, which I will do for Sunday night, might be another job I do tonight, is I've got some video clips Robert sent me of his arcade that we're all going to visit on the 3rd of July. He says, looking for the video clips. What have I done with them? They're on my phone somewhere. So I'll stick them up. And also I think there's some hotel details somewhere. Somewhere here. So I'll sort that out as well. As I said, obviously I've just been non-stop auction sorting in the past few days, so not much else has got done. Peter says thanks for the massages. Massages? Is that a Freudian slip or wishful thinking? I think it means messages, but we'll go with massages. Yeah, it's a good thing. Yeah, Paul said that's why it was on late last night. Yes, could be right there. Still, as long as there's money in it. Tom says, now I know why, so he always has a smile. Yeah, could be right there, I think. Does Shirley know? That's the question. Might be best she doesn't find out, I think. sounds very dubious to me. Then that's Norfolk for you, isn't it, really? I mean, what can you say? Yes. What happens in Norfolk stays in Norfolk, as they say. Anyway, what are I notes here? Yes, challenges for Holt. I'll do that. And I need to do... what was the company called? I need to make a page. Kenmar Leisure. Kenmar Leisure. I'll put them down as a maker, pending info coming from Peter and photos coming from Paul. So we'll get that one done. And then I need to do the 3rd of July video. Put that up on the cup of tea page. David's been looking at his TV too. Well, there you go. Oh yes, David says he licked a bit of film on the telly. Isn't spelling wonderful? Yeah. Right, I think that's probably it. Any more for any more? If not, I will sign off before my camera battery goes flat. Because I still haven't got around to buying a new power supply for the main, so the camera's running on batteries, which are probably nearly dead because I've been using the camera all day long. So we'll see some of you at the Elephant House tomorrow, lunchtime-ish, and some more probably on Sunday here in Cambridge. Other than that, we'll convene again on Sunday night with more goodies for auction, and go from there. Yeah, anything else I need to tell you for then, really? Good stuff. So I'll leave you all to your massages and your TV licking and whatever else you're doing before it gets any more out of hand. I think that's probably a very good idea, isn't it? And we'll catch up again Sunday. Right, that's it. Nighty night. Catch you then.